Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. In association with nerdaddiction.com.
You killed Optimus Prime and you French.
You do suck.
Wait, no, stop! How can he suck that bad but transform in such a badass car?
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at another Transformers figure, and it's Autobots Hot Rod from Transformers The Last Night Autobots United line. Now, I found this at my local Ross for $8.99. I actually found two of them, and I picked both of them up. I've never seen this in the store. I don't even know where this was released at. If you know, leave a comment down below. It's definitely very cool looking. I didn't particularly care for Hot Rod in the movie. He was French and he's not red, and yeah, it was just a miss for me, as a lot of Bayformers are. But the robot does look cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Hot Rod in the packaging, and I don't really recall seeing this kind of box art for any of the Last Night figures. I'd have to go back and watch some of my videos on the figures I've already done, but this just doesn't look familiar to me. I don't remember seeing the Autobots United line. If you know anything about that, leave a comment down below. Again, I don't even know where this was released at, because we got none of these at Toys R Us, Walmart, Target, Meijer, any of those places. And they just showed up at Ross, which if you don't know what Ross is, it's a discount store, which is really nice. And they get random things in daily. Always a great place to go and check out toys. And handbags, if you've got a girlfriend that likes to design her handbags, by the way. But it's got the Transformers logo here with kind of the Cybertronian writing right there. It says Autobots United. It's got an Autobots United logo up there, and it says Transformers The Last Night, really tiny. And it says it really tiny right there. We get Bumblebee and Hot Rod kind of, back to back right there, which is kind of cool. We get Hot Rod in the package right there. Side of the package has a picture of Hot Rod. Side of the package has the Autobots Unite logo right there, and it says Hot Rod. So it's kind of cool artwork. I definitely dig that. Just kind of a close-up. There he is in the package. Kind of hard to see, a little dark. But yeah, there's the artwork with Bumblebee. Wraps around to see Hot Rod. We've got the logo there. And then it says Autobot Hot Rod right there with the logo at the top, with a tiny little Transformers logo. Side of the package, it's got Hot Rod right there, Brash Warrior, and then here he is in his robot mode, looking all French. Autobot logo down there, and then on the back of the packaging, we get the robot mode, and we get this Lamborghini, and it looks so awesome. It's got the Lamborghini logo, so it's got an official Lamborghini logo, which is very cool. And then it's got a little write-up of Hot Rod there. He turns into this Lamborghini in 14 steps. So just kind of a close-up. Let's see if we can get this in focus. Alright, if you want to pause and read that, you are more than welcome to. And then there's Hot Rod in his robot mode. There he is in the Lambo mode, looking all kinds of sick. That does look nice. And then there's the Lamborghini official logo right there, which is very, very cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Hot Rod out of box and see what we think. So here we have Hot Rod out of the packaging, and, for the most part, I really do like this figure. From what I remember of the short time I saw the character in the film, I mean, he looks like the character to me. But that's not saying much, because it definitely does not look like Hot Rod. There is nothing here that resembles the character to me at all. Except for the fact that he turns into a sports car, which is really, really sad. And over the years, I've gotten used to the Bayformers not looking like the actual Transformers and looking more like bug bots. But for God's sakes, man, at least give us some flames on the hood. You put flames on Optimus Prime, for Christ's sake. We can't get flames on Hot Rod, who's supposed to have them. Nor does the helmet have anything to do with Hot Rod. At least give the shape and crescent and maybe, I don't know, the yellow marks up on his little crest at the top. That would have been kind of nice. Or red marks, since you're going with a red and black motif. That would have looked cool. But alas, we did not get that. I will say, however, there is one nice little nod to the G1 Hot Rod. And if you notice, he's conspicuously weaponless. He did not come with any weapons, which I find really weird. He does have the 5mm peg holes in his hands for weapons, but he didn't come with any. He didn't have any in the movie, so I guess that's right. But what you can do, and this is kind of fun, you can flip these around like thus, and you kind of have the little saws that Hot Rod had in the G1 movie. We get some really nice detail right there, which is nice, some nice detailing up here. So that's kind of cool. I liked that. So yeah, if you want to do that, you can definitely do that, and that's really about the only homage to Hot Rod that I see. Now that sounds like a lot of grumbling and complaining, but for a Bayformer, it's not bad. It's a really solid figure. It feels solid, it clicks into place, it stands up well. Unlike, some of the other figures in this line that I've reviewed earlier this year, that simply just fall apart when you transform them. This guy is actually pretty darn stiff. In fact, he might be a little too stiff. A little too rigid. And that's a weird complaint, but that's where it's at. He has no articulation in the waist at all, and that's because of transformation. Now, the rest of the articulation is not too bad. His head can move back and forth. It is on a ball joint, but there's only slight movement up and down. It's mainly back and forth movement. His arms move all around. There's a hinge joint and a ball joint, so you can get a lot of motion in the upper shoulders. There is a hinge at the elbow right there. Also a twist at the elbow, which is nice. Nothing at the hand. Like I said, nothing at the waist. His legs don't really kick upward at all, which is out of focus. There we go. So his legs don't kick forward at all. They just go outward, which is a bit of a shame. And then he's got single joints on the knees, and they do twist at the knee as well, which is kind of strange. And then he's got the twist at the ankle itself, but no ankle pivot and no twist at the ankle. It's all up at the knee. So yeah, I mean, articulation's not too terribly bad. It's not the greatest, but it's also not the worst. Like I said, it comes off a little bit stiff. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, it's not a bad design for a Bayformer. I'm not a fan of the head sculpt. There is a lot of detail in there and a lot of paintwork. I just don't like it. It doesn't look like Hot Rod. He kind of looks like a bug, and I'm just not a fan. The shoulders kind of drape over, which is not too terribly bad. It looks pretty decent. It almost has, you can kind of see the gray, almost has like the gray piping that we might see in his forearms from the G1, but it doesn't really have it there. The fact that the wheels are painted silver make me very happy. I do like that. I like all the silver paint work on his chest and all the detail between the hood there. I think that looks really, really cool, and the little bits of red peeking out here and there looks nice. Taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, love the red highlights. I think that looks gorgeous. All the silver detail on his waist and thighs look really good. Almost has a black wash kind of look in there. The fact we see some silver on the arms, very, very nice. I wish the hands were a little bit more prominent. They're just kind of flat on the backside there. The back of the bot is kind of the top of the Lambo up against his back, and it's nice and flat, so there's not too much of a backpack there. Again, the silver around his waist and his thighs look really, really good. Lots of black, lots of silver highlights, and the red details. All that color scheme looks really, really good. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure itself. Again, lots of nice red detail on his side of his legs. Definitely dig that. Lots of nice silver detail on the legs as well. Breaks it up very nice, very cool. The feet stand really well. He's got these kind of grippy claw type of feet, which works for a Bayformer, and they work well on this bot. They're kind of small, but they're very, very stable, and I definitely appreciate that. One of the things I do like about this bot is there's no hollow points, hardly at all. A little bit on the back of his leg, but it gets really hidden in the design of the bot, so that's fine with me. Overall, I would say the engineering on the figure is pretty good for a Bayformer. For comparison, here we have Hot Rod with Dinobot Snarl, and as you can see, he's pretty tiny. Snarl unto himself seems like a tiny little bot, deluxe bot. And this guy, I mean, he seems really, really small, and yeah, that's okay. I mean, it's Hot Rod. He's supposed to be kind of a smaller bot. So here we have Hot Rod in his Lamborghini mode, and I gotta say, this looks really, really good. I mean, they did a great job with the sculpt on this. The design looks neat. It's a nice dark black on black on black. The smoky windows, very nice. It's got smoky headlights. It's got the Lambo logo there. Looks good. There's red trim. We've got silver paint on the wheels. That looks awesome. There's a few minor paint slops on mine, which is a bit unfortunate. There's some silver slop down here and a little red slop up here on the trim. But, I mean, you can't really see it from a distance. You got to be up on it to really see it. So I'm not going to complain too much. They painted the wheels. Thank God they painted the wheels. Although this is a vehicle, they could have put like black chrome on it and it would have looked cool. Now, a lot like the other Bayformer vehicles out there, it's kind of a pain in the tuchus to get it into this vehicle mode, especially getting the doors and all the windows right here lined up and locked into place. But once you get it in there, I mean, it looks really good, and I mean, it just looks slick. I can't say much bad about this at all. It rolls really, really well. There's not a lot of robot kibble hanging underneath. We've got the legs there, and that's really about it. It's really an impressive vehicle. And you'll hear me praise Bayformers that much a lot. I would say the biggest drawback to this Lambo mode is this random Autobot logo, like right here. It looks out of place. Now, if they would have put it, or at least put another one on the other side, that would have been fine, but it's just one singular logo right there. If they were going to do that, I would say put it back here, like by a gas cap, or just put it straight on the top of the hood. I don't know why they didn't do that. Personally, I would have put it, if I was going to put one of them on there, like a really small one down here in the corner, would have looked really, really cool as well. It just, I don't know, it just looks misplaced to me. So just kind of get a close-up here of the vehicle. Again, oh, it's gorgeous. Gotta say, I really do like it. I love all the little paint trim. I may take a little black paint and put over that pin to hide that. Love that logo. And the black here's a little funky. It's a different type of black. It's textured. It almost looked like carbon fiber. That might have looked cooler down here to make it look like it had a carbon fiber hood or something. I don't know. But yeah, overall, just gorgeous. They did a great job. Very, very nice. Even back here, we get the smoky windows. The only thing missing, really, no taillights or license plate. There's a license plate there, but it's not painted, and I would have liked to have some red taillights in there. Other than that, it's freaking spot on. Well done, Hasbro. So is the Autobots Unite Hot Rod from Transformers The Last Knight a figure that you want in your Transformers collection? Well, if you're a Bayformer fan, I think you're really going to dig this. If you like the hard-to-find bots, this is definitely one to look for. I've only seen this one time in the store at Ross for $9, and I've only seen two of them, and I bought them both. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the other one. Go check out my Facebook page. I've got a post. I don't know if I'm going to trade him or give him away or what. If you got something to trade, I'm open. You talk to me on the Facebook page. Or if you think I should give it away in a contest, talk to me on my Facebook page. So go check out my Facebook, follow the link down below, like the page, join the discussion, let me know what I should do with the other figure. I just couldn't leave it there for $9. It's either going to go to, it's going to go to a fan in some regards. Now, as far as the figure being Hot Rod, it's not. I don't like the head. I wish they would have done it differently. I wish there was an homage to the original Hot Rod, whether it be in his helmet, flames on his chest, pipes on the arms, wings on the back, anything like that, and we just don't get it, which is very, very disappointing. You could easily call this another bot. You could have called this Sunstreaker. You could have called this Smoke Screen. You could have called this Sideswipe. Well, not Sideswipe. We've already had a Sideswipe. But you could have called him anybody but Hot Rod, and it would have worked because it's not Hot Rod. That being said, it's a well-built Bayformer. It's stable, almost too stable. It's a little stiff, but that's okay. I'd rather it be too stiff than just fall apart like some of the other figures in this line. The vehicle mode, spot on gorgeous. That's the way it's going to get displayed up on my shelf, is in the vehicle mode. Absolutely. I love it. I have nothing really to complain about. It's a little funky to get together, but once you snap it into place, it's good to go and locked tight. So yeah, lots of pluses on this. It was a nice surprise for me. I really, I complained about it, but I really do like the figure. It's just not Hot Rod. It's a great Bayformer. It's a fun Transformer. It looks good in the vehicle mode. It looks pretty good in the robot mode, except for the head. I'm just not a fan of that head. Maybe if I painted it a different color, I'd like it a little better. I don't know. But hey, there he is. Hot Rod from Autobots Unite Transformers The Last Night.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.